Ladies and gentlemen, with the Iron Claw at movie theaters in December, although it's not making major box office, it's an interesting look at the Von Erich wrestling legacy that the foundation was put down by someone who had close connections to Canada, even though he was never born in my country. But he got his foundation as a wrestler mainly through the Stu Hart universe. So Fritz Von Erich, the patriarch of the Von Erich family, was born Jack Barton Atkinson in Jewett, Texas, August 16th, 1925. Grew into a 6'4" powerhouse, kind of similar to like a Kowalski or Gunter size. He was again better known by his ring name Fritz Von Erich, and he was an American pro wrestler, wrestling promoter, and a patriarch again of the Von Erich family. According to published reports, some argue it, but he is a three-time world champion and a record 20-time NWA U.S. champion. He was also the owner of the World Class Championship Wrestling territory, which had him and his sons and various other top-flight wrestlers in the marquee. Atkinson attended SMU, where he threw discus and played football. He had reported to have played with the now defunct Dallas Texans of the NFL, not the AFL team, which became the Kansas City Chiefs. But this is not true. He was signed as a guard, but was cut. He then tried the Canadian Football League and found himself in the Edmonton region when this happened. Now, while in the City of Champions, he met legendary wrestler and trainer Stu Hart, the patriarch of the Hart family. And Hart decided to train and book him in his Klondike wrestling promotion, naming him Fritz Von Erich and learning and teaming him with his brother, kayfabe brother Waldo Von Erich, as a pair of evil German brothers known for the claw. Atkinson's older son, Jack Barton Atkinson Jr., was born September 21st, 52. Unfortunately, he died in 59 after an accidental electrocution and drowning, and Jack Sr. stopped traveling to the East Coast, allowing former partner Waldo to use the Von Erich name in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, which later became WWF. Now, despite Jack Jr.'s death, Atkinson continued to travel and wrestle. Atkinson won both versions of the AWA World title in 63. His major circuit was Sam Mushnick's NWA Territorial Stronghold in St. Louis. He wrestled there until 67, when he voluntarily left the territory after losing a match for the NWA World Heavyweight title against then champion Gene Kiniski. In the late 1960s, with Mushnick's backing, Atkinson became the promoter for the Dallas territory, effectively overseeing the Houston and San Antonio territories as well. Atkinson was part of rebuilding Japanese wrestling after the stabbing death of the great Rikidozan. He became a star due to his feuds with Antonio Inoki and Giant Baba, and his Iron Claw hold, which became one of the most popular wrestling moves in Japan, became accepted as what they call an end move. Now, in 1982, after many years in his territory, he held his first retiring match against King Kong Bundy, a later WWE star, in a newly renamed World Class Championship Wrestling promotion based in Dallas. The promotion was known for its high production values, use of entrance music, and the use of television syndication. The promotion was one of the most successful territories in the States, with major draws like his sons, the Fabulous Freebirds as well, Chris Adams, Abby Abdullah the Butcher, Bruiser Brody, Gino Hernandez, and of course Rick Rude. He wrestled his last match on November 27, 86, defeating Abdullah the Butcher by disqualification in Dallas. By the end of the 80s, the promotion's talent pool was thin and was eventually merged with Jerry Jarrett's Continental Wrestling Association to create the United States Wrestling Association in 1989. Now, the Atkinson married Doris J. Smith on June 23, 1950. Together they had 6 sons. Jack Jr., of course, who died of electrocution, unfortunately. Kevin, born May 15, 57. David, who passed away February 10, 84. Carrie, who passed away February 18, 93. Mike, who passed away April 12, 87. And Chris, who passed away in 1991. Of Atkinson's 6 sons, Kevin was the only one still living by the time Atkinson died. The couple later separated and divorced her husband on July 22, 92, after 42 years of marriage. Now, Atkinson died of a brain and lung cancer at his home in Lake Dallas, Texas, on September 10, 97. His funeral service was held at the First Baptist Church in Dallas. His body was cremated with his ashes interred in the same plot as his fourth son, Kerry, at Grove Hill Memorial Park Cemetery, Dallas, in Dallas County, Texas. So we're going to go over the numerous belts because it shows the popularity of the territories win. But this podcast is not about the Von Erich curse or the Von Erich tragedy. That's for other people to say. This is just the bare facts. Maybe for people who didn't know about, our patriarch. Now put this in perspective. All Japan Pro Wrestling was NWA International Tag Team title winner once with my old buddy Killer Carl Krupp. Big Time Wrestling, NWA United States Heavyweight title winner, Detroit version, 3 times. Maple Leaf Wrestling, he was the NWA Canadian Open Tag Team title winner with Carl Van Schrober and Gene Kaniski. Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling with Waldo and Von Erich. He was NWA Southern Tag Team title winner, the Mid-Atlantic version. The NWA Minneapolis Wrestling and Boxing Club, or AWA. He was AWA World Champion once. NWA World Tag Team title winner, Minneapolis version, 1 time with Hans Herman. And World Heavyweight title winner of the Omaha AWA title territory twice. NWA Western State Sports, he was NWA International Tag Team title winner, Amarillo version, with again my friend Killer Carl Krupp. NWA North American Heavyweight title winner, Amarillo version, 4 times. An NWA Tag Team Championship, Amarillo version, once with Gene Kaniski. Now, PWI ranked him number 207 of the top 500 singles wrestlers of the PWI years in 2003. Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2012. Southwest Sports Incorporated, NWA Big Time Wrestling, World Class Championship Wrestling, NWA American Heavyweight title holder 13 times, NWA American Tag Team title winner 7 times, with Waldo Van Erich, Billy Red Lions, Grizzly Smith, Fred Curry, Dan Miller, and Dean Ho. NWA Brass Knuckles title holder, Texas version 5 times, NWA Texas Heavyweight title holder 4 times, NWA United States Heavyweight Championship, Texas version 3 times, NWA World 6-Man Tag Championship, Texas version 1 time with Kevin and Mike Von Erich, and NWA World Tag Team Championship, Texas version winner with Killer Carl Cox and Duke Kayamoko. Stampede Wrestling, Alberta Tag Team title winners 2 times with Lou Schoberg, St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame 2007, WWE Hall of Fame class of 2009, Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Most Disgusting Promotional Tactic, 1985, usage of Mike Van Erich near death to sell tickets, Most Disgusting Promotional Tactics 86, Exploitation of the Death of Gino Hernandez in a video package about Chris Adams' blindness angle, Most Disgusting Promotional Tactic in 87, Exploitation of the Death of Mike Van Erich, and Most Disgusting Promotional Tactic 88, Fake Heart Attack Angle, and he did make the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame class of 96. So, ladies and gentlemen, Fritz Von Erich again. His grandsons are also now wrestling in AEW. Good to check out, mostly, either Dynamite or Collision, and also ROH. And it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be the response to the movie in the long run. It's not doing much in the box office, but then again, this is the first major wrestling movie not run by WWE recently. A24 is putting it out, so it might be good to take a look of a lost era. Hard to say a lost era wrestling in 1980s in Texas, but it is what it is. So, Killer Carl Krupp once told me that Fritz was just as dangerous as he seemed. And, I'm not the person to argue with Killer Carl Krupp because, he played that German angle just as freakily as Fritz does. But every time I see the claw, I think of KKK and Fritz. And like I said, the German heel was a big draw back in the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. If you like what we're doing here with our entertainment podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Bye.